guys, what's happening? The Eight of Cups. Underneath that, you have the Magician. Well, alright then. Alright, making it known. Hey, you're not happy. But you're not necessarily like pissed off or anything like that. You're just not happy. You're not satisfied with what with what you've got going on. You want more. You want something different. This is not what your heart's desiring. Okay? And so definitely shine a little bit more light on this reading than I thought I was seeing. So the heart of your reading talks about the Hierophant, commitments to conformity. Oof. Routines, traditions. This also could indicate I'm getting a sense that some of you guys may be dating someone of different age groups, of different, age ranges rather, religious differences. This person's definitely different, different from your typical type. I don't think you would date this person normally. And the reason why I say that is because of the Devil that's coming up here and the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is a very open and freeing kind of love. This is a love that is not attached to anything. The only dilemma is that, the thing is that the illusion is that love can't supersede distance, and it can. Okay, love doesn't have a distance or have a length. You could love someone from across the world, and that love and that power, that connection that you guys have is surreal. But the challenge is the committing part, right? But the thing, and the reason why you're having a hard time committing is because of the Lovers, soulmate connection, or some sort of profound connection. I don't think it's the commitment is necessarily a problem. I think it is, but I feel like it's because maybe there's a sense of freeness that goes away from that. There's an idea that you won't be able to be free. You won't be able to be yourself. You won't be your individual person. Some of you guys, you may feel like you can't be with this person because of the distance. Now, I do get this feeling as well that for some of you guys, this is also trying to, logically talk yourself out of being in a relationship. Not really, it's not about trust. It's more of like, you're not truly sure if you really want to be in a relationship because you don't know if you really want to dedicate yourself to that. I kind of get the sense. Some of you guys may be like, no, that's not me. And some of you guys may be like, yeah, that's totally me, right? But that all depends on who's listening. So please take or leave that doesn't apply to you. But the Lovers, that's an interesting kind of crossing, especially with the Devil coming up in here. Those are like, to me, I usually see those types of energies as karmic connections of some sort. But hey, sometimes they're not karmic. Sometimes they're just really strong and intense relationships that have a lot to do with our empowerment, our sense of self, etc. Wow. Okay. Now, in the past, you had the Seven of Swords, so you definitely either took a leap of faith, or you guys were dodging stuff. And I feel like this is more of like a dodge, like you're not really interested. Excuse me, I shouldn't say interested. It's more like you're not really comfortable with the idea of being in love. I think there was a kind of like a let me just pass on that kind of thing. Let me get out of here kind of thing. You didn't want to settle down. You didn't really want to do all that. And I feel like that is denial on two fronts. Yourself, denying how you feel, and then denying the opportunity to see where it all could go. Because conformity is not necessarily your forte, Leo. Even though you're a fixed sign and you want, loyalty and dedication and all that, I feel like for some of you guys, this is not really what you were kind of bargaining for. I don't think you really wanted to kind of settle down so early or settle down now. I think a lot of you guys, wanted your freedom. But the situation is this, right? This is the Lovers indicates the head and the heart, and not necessarily the choice. Because the situation is this, right? The Lovers, when you love something, you love it. But with the Lovers, what it's saying is that, will you accept that love? Will you totally accept it and embrace it with open arms? Or will you completely reject it? Will you just say, never mind, no, I don't want this? Not because you choosing love or you're choosing your head or making a choice of what you love. It's about, will you honestly accept your feelings for this? And I feel like there's some sort of tradition or some sort of, some sort of behavior maybe that you feel comes with love that you don't necessarily have to do. Because what is the Lovers? Lovers is freedom. It's openness. It's not constricting and binding like the Devil. But I feel like that's the whole premise. It's like somebody believes that they have to commit themselves and fully devote their entire lives, or really just kind of, just kind of go crazy with the whole love thing, right? And feel like they can't do anything, feel trapped, feel stuck, and suffocated. Because I'm really feeling suffocated with this kind of energy. With the higher friend, it's already like, okay, ooh. But then you have the Eight of Swords and the Devil. It's like, that is true suffocation. And somebody doesn't feel like they can be themselves, right? They can't be all of who they could be. They feel like they're trapped, right? And for sometimes this can indicate that this person doesn't know what to do without the individual. This person may feel like they need the person, and that's another thing that we need to be careful of too. When someone doesn't feel like they can do the things on their own or be the person that they can be on their own, right? Because that is the biggest thing. If we start having issues where we feel like we need somebody, we become dependent on others, then we really have to start looking at why, and figuring out, if that sort of behavior is acceptable, and if that's going to damage the relationship in some sort of way, and it usually does, because there's a lot of pressure, right? But the situation is this, right? Somebody is just not interested, or excuse me, I shouldn't say interested, not interested. Definitely dodging the relationship, totally uncomfortable. And I feel like for some of you guys, it may have been denying, the love that you were feeling, the connection that you were feeling, denying anything, right? Because I don't think you guys really wanted to get into a relationship. Now, for some of you guys, it's vice versa. You may have been all gung ho about it, took a risk, and even, opened your heart. And it's hard for you to move on. It's hard for you to not see, to see a future without them, right? I feel like you really want to commit yourself with this individual, right? Maybe this other person ghosted, the other person disappeared, and they just left, and they just kind of didn't, they just left out of thin air, right? Because that's kind of when I get this feeling of somebody definitely disappeared. And I feel like you guys are, there's another message here I'm getting too. I feel like for a lot of you guys are really loyal to this soulmate, to this person, even though they're not around, even though they're not here. And I feel like for some of you guys, it's like you're tired of waiting. I feel like you're tired of feeling attached to this person, especially if they're not here, right? But I feel like you can't help it to some degree because you love them, right? But it's like, do I have to still remain stuck to this person in order for me to love them? It's a very twin flame kind of reading here, and I don't really want to go the twin flame route because a lot of the times we don't have twin flame relationships. But I do get this feeling that maybe you don't feel like you're truly in a relationship with this person if they're not with you, but without them, you still feel connected to them, and it's hard to break free from that. And no matter how much you deny it, no matter how much you try to escape it, break the tie, move away, do something, sever it, it's still connected. You're still connected. The devil is like, I'm still here. And it's like it's hard for you to break free from it. Now, the advice here would be that your situation is simple by just by just moving forward, by, recognizing your power, by taking step at a time, a moment to moment. And really, moving, really looking at how you feel. But it's like, I feel like it's hard to do that. And it's almost like you tried and it still isn't successful. I'm getting the whole, I tried it already and it's not successful for me. Because the Eight of Cups is crazy. Eight of Cups. It talks about, something not being satisfactory, not up to par, not to where you're still to what you wanted. So you go and find your own cup, right? Take power back into your own hands. You're trying to. And I think the biggest thing is, with the Eight of Swords, instead of trying to figure out what mentally to do, the thing is to really return to yourself, turn to the love, turn to how you want to feel. And that will connect you with love. Will bring you your person. Not the individual that you're looking for, if this is it. It could bring the right person for you, the soulmate, right? A soulmate person. Because it feels like you feel trapped in your situation right now. You really feel stuck right now. The Eight of Swords, totally feeling stuck. Then the devil in your external energy does not help that. But I feel like this is like there's some sort of inseparable energy. Like you can't break free from it. You can't break free. And I feel like for some of you guys, this person is right here next to you, right? Or like in your same like city or town, or they're, you know, the distance isn't significant to the point where you guys can't see each other frequently. And I feel like it's because that you may be feeling stuck in a situation that you are bound to by just by loyalty, not necessarily because they said that you have to do this or anybody put any restrictions on you, any contract, nothing. I feel like there's some sort of tie to the situation somehow, some sort of obligation that you don't see how you can get free from that. If that makes sense. Some of you guys, when we did see justice come in the Ace of Cups, some of you guys may be trying to get a divorce, right? You guys feel like you can't do anything, and I feel like the reason why you are feeling stuck in this relationship, you have a relationship with someone else, is because you feel connected to someone else, and you're feeling the suffocation of being in the current relationship that you're in, whether this is a marriage or whatever. Some of you guys may be feeling that, right? And I kind of getting that vibe, right? Somebody's stuck in a relationship and they are dead, and they feel something for someone else. The only thing that's keeping them from committing to this new relationship, to this connection that they really truly feel connected to, that truly feel profound emotions for, is because they're trapped in something else. They're trapped in a relationship currently. They're trapped in a situation, you know? Somebody is not able to break free. Now, sometimes it doesn't have to be a marriage. It doesn't have to be anybody stuck in anything. It could be that somebody's just, trapped in their own, ways of thinking and their own behaviors, their own patterns. Like I said, somebody may just want to stay single. Or maybe someone is so comfortable with being single, knowing that they can control everything, that is keeping them from being able to make new steps, do something new, take a risk. But your future shows the Three of Cups. Awesome, right? That talks about meeting the person or connecting with the person, connecting with people. Maybe, some of this could indicate, that I think this is really reunions, all right? I don't think this is necessarily like, oh, you're just connecting with friends and family. No, I think this is talking about reunion here. You do see a reunion in your future. Remember, the future is a projected image of where you are currently, and where you are currently is the Eight of Swords. You have hope of reconnection with someone, but I feel like this is based off of an obsession here, all right? Be careful, right? But if this is, and sometimes it's not, right? Sometimes it's just like you feel such an intense tie, no matter how much you try to break free from it, you can't. And I feel like you do see a connection here, because no matter what you do to escape the connection, you always find yourself stuck in it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get out of here. Boom, back in where you were, back where you started. It's like, what the heck? Somebody's like attached you to a yo-yo, and you just keep getting yanked back. It's like that. It's weird. That's what I kind of get the feeling of. Some of you guys, that may not apply. Others, you just be like, this does not resonate with me. And I do apologize, but this is kind of what I'm getting. This is the message that I'm seeing here. And it's like you guys really want to feel the love, but you guys are feeling trapped at the moment. And like I said, a lot of different scenarios. Could be a third-party situation here, only because you're not in a relationship that you feel like you're meant to be in, one that you're truly committed to emotionally and mentally. Like, you really feel this. But this devil energy, and devil talks about how you have every ability to get out of your situation, but you can't see the option right now. You're feeling you're in a rock and a hard place right now. You're really feeling jammed between two pieces of that was weird, my analogy. Two pieces of steak? I have no idea. You're jammed in between two glaciers or two rocks, right? You're just stuck there, and it's hard. But the solution is not an easy one, and I think that's the biggest thing. Because the Eight of Swords, even though this person doesn't see a way out, there is a way out. But this person will have to trust and take that risk of maybe potentially being stabbed by another knife, even though we all see that there's none in front of this person. They have to do the unthinkable. Take the step, right? To take that risk and do the thing that makes them uncomfortable, which is move forward, right? Without clear vision of what's to happen. And that is how they're going to get their power back. This is how this person gets their power back. But they have to take that risk and move forward, right? Because sometimes it feels like we can't do something, but we do. We have everything we need to make it happen. The Magician shows up underneath the Eight of Cups. You're dissatisfied. You know that you have a cup that you're going to find for yourself, but it takes your channeling of your power. It takes you to do it. And and if this is like a difficult situation, most importantly, right, there's no such thing as no solution. I don't believe that. And I feel like the Eight of Swords is saying, like, it's a hard decision to do, it's a scary decision to do, it's a scary decision to make, rather. It's all the above. Like, it's just so nerve-wracking, and you don't know if it's the right way, if you're going to get backlash, whatever. You don't know. But all you can do is try. All you can do is try. The devil can only keep you in a place of disempowerment if you let it, if you believe that your circumstances are putting you, that you believe your circumstances are unfixable, that you're just stuck in it. You know, it's always a choice. There's always a choice as to what you do. And if you truly believe that, when you believe it, you'll see different things you can do. Your mind will quickly start putting together and solving problems for yourself, and you won't ever have to feel stuck. So your advice here, your goal and ambition, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you're juggling stuff. You're weighing the options, the pros and cons, but you're not looking at how you feel, right? And I feel like the reason why you're not, obviously, is because you know what you love, you know what you feel, but it's like, what do you do about it? What do you do about it? Well, you allow yourself to feel first. You really figure out what you want to feel. And then the decision making will come through. Now, the Two of Pentacles can indicate that you may have to just keep a balance and wait a minute. But I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, it's more of like, the only way for you to know which option is the best option is by weighing your heart, allowing your heart to make that decision for you, allowing those emotions to, put in their own chips in regards to what really matters to you. Because you're never going to be able to make a clear, solid decision that makes you feel good about the choice that you made until you know that it's worth the feeling that you're going to get from it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can pick any diamond in the store, but until you find that one that connects with you emotionally, that hits you right in your heartstrings, it's not going to matter. And I think that's the point. Make the decision to do something that truly resonates with how you feel and how you want to feel. You want freedom? Your options have become open. It's easier for you to make that decision now. Which option is the one that's going to get you what you feel is the most valuable? Now, your outcome is the Knight of Cups. Somebody familiar here. This could be somebody. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This could be someone that you already know. But this also could be you guys. And I typically don't really read Knights of Cups for fixed signs, but today I am, because I feel like the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups go hand in hand in regards to focusing on what you want, focusing on your emotions, focusing on how you feel. Because that's what's going to help you get through this process, especially if you're in a situation where you feel like you're in you're stuck. You feel truly, truly trapped, right? But remember, everything has a solution, and that solution sometimes may not be very comfortable, but as long as you're committed to the love that you feel, committed to yourself, the Hierophant and all that, no matter what you decide to do, you'll be able to handle it. The Magician it talks about that all the time. It can feel like you don't have everything that you need, but you are everything that you need. Your skills, everything. You have all of that built in within you to handle this very specific situation and many more specific situations. But it requires you to take every step at a time, one step at a time. What a crazy reading, y'all. Wow. Let's go ahead and see what you guys get for your romance angels this time around, okay? It is safe for you to love. Wow. Oh, wow. It is safe for you to love. And it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Wow. I agree. Wow. That means that there's nothing really keeping you back. Obviously, the Eight of Swords is all mental. There's nothing actually physically keeping you bounded. Not even the devil is keeping you bound. It's always a choice. But to remember, and this is too, right? if this has nothing to do with another person, because it very well could not be, right? Because you know the devil looks like it's a third party situation. The Three of Cups, third party situation. Two of Pentacles, juggling two people. Yes, those three cards right there would send off alarm bells, even the Lovers. But it does not have to be. This could strictly just be between you and another person. It doesn't have to involve another person. And ultimately, it looks like there's just someone that's having a hard time breaking free from their old, old attachments to things, old ways of thinking, old behaviors. They're, this feeling of being trapped in a commitment. That whole thing, right? Because it could be very simple as that, and not get complicated and and even downright terrifying with the third party situation thing. It doesn't have to be a third party situation, guys. It really does not. And even though I read it that way for some of you guys, that does not mean it's your situation. It very well could be that your situation is that you just don't know if you can really trust or have a relationship with somebody, if this is truly the one, if this is truly something you want to pursue. And the only way for you to know that is by figuring out how you feel. All the advice I said still applies to your situation, even if it is not a third party situation. The best way for you to figure out what to do next, the best way to break out of this feeling of being trapped and stuck because of the ways that you maybe have been handling yourself and handling your past situations, past love lives, only way for you to do that is by focusing on what you love. Return to love. So yeah, it is safe for you to love, guys. It's up to, you are allowed to love and to be loved and to be happy with whoever and whatever you want to be happy with, Oh wow. I'm loving this. It's tough. That's the big thing though. And Leos, you always straight up and honest with people. And I just think that, yeah, you guys definitely show us all that life can be extremely tough, even for the royalties of the Zodiac. But even you guys still fight through, alright? So don't give up. Don't let your mind win. Ha! Whoa! What did I say? Back to what you love. What the hell? Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. And sometimes this doesn't have to be a relationship. This could talk about your journey and what path you want to take in life. Maybe a career path. Maybe you're not interested in the career path that you were on beforehand. Maybe you're ready to go and do something different. Maybe you're ready to pursue a different passion, right? To go truly after what you love. Maybe you were committed and had a routine and based your whole life around this one thing. And now you're like wanting to change it, but this may be hard. It's definitely doable. Nothing is never undoable.